Hello. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hopefully you can all hear me now. Apologies for the slight delay. And anyway, should stop laughing about it, keep doing it, so I should stop. Anyway, Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum once again, everyone. Alhamdulillah, we are here today on this gorgeous, lovely, sunny morning here in London, and maybe some of you are joining us from further afield. I know we have a few international visitors and viewers as well. And thank you for joining us for assembly this morning. Assalamu to all the parents, inshallah. I hope you're all well, and of course, most especially the children, and I hope you're all well and healthy. And for those of you who have started fasting today, say alhamdulillah, mashallah, well done to you. And for those of you not fasting, then I'm sure you're doing lots and lots of good deeds, and we're going to talk about Ramadan today in our assembly anyway. So let's first of all thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we're here on this blessed Friday, the first day of Ramadan. What better day than Friday to start this blessed month? And alhamdulillah, we are able to fast and be here, because that is truly a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Being alive and well and able to fast is truly with reflection a unique blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given all of us. So inshallah, we've got a busy assembly today. Alhamdulillah, assemblies are getting busier and busier. Less of me and more of the kids' videos, mashallah, but that's lovely to see anyway. So we're going to start off today with a little bit of a cryptic clue, just to think about our month of Ramadan. And I'm going to start off with some images that I want you to think about, and perhaps think about what I'm trying to communicate. Now, you may see, let me take that out of the way. You might see at the background there something, well, I'm not going to describe it, that's part of your job to think about. And then I'm going to add in alongside that a picture of this. So, the question I'm asking you guys this morning is, what does this clue, or these clues, actually mean? And although I'm not in the chat and I can't respond now, I was at the beginning, I'm not able to kind of do both at the same time. Do put your ideas down in the chat and see what kind of ideas that you may have in terms of what those two cryptic clues actually mean. So have a little think about that, guys. Now, I've seen a few suggestions coming through there on Ayub, mashallah, has got a few ideas there in terms of he knows they're diamonds there, and he knows there's a clock, mashallah, so that's the first thing. So have a little think about what it means and what you think the message of today's assembly is going to be. Time is going fast. Time is a blessing. Ramadan. We've got I forgot about Suhoor. No, it's not I forgot about Suhoor. I'm only joking. I know you're talking about something else there, but time is precious. Is that Miss Nusra or Alia giving out answers there? MashaAllah. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. These are all kind of round about the same message that I'm trying to get across today. That subhanallah, time is very precious. Now, none more so than in this blessed month of Ramadan. And we know, I mentioned last week that the Prophet ﷺ said, wretched is he, the person who comes into Ramadan and is not forgiven for his sins. And this is an indication of how merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to all his slaves, regardless of sins, regardless of what you may have done in the past, regardless of what you may feel you have done, and perhaps you feel you're so sinful, perhaps that you've done so many bad deeds, that you've done so many bad things that Allah won't forgive you. No, Allah's mercy encompasses and overcomes His wrath. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is infinitely merciful. As long as we do not associate partners with Him, as long as we do not worship other gods besides Him, He subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive us for all our shortcomings and for all our mistakes. And this month of Ramadan is that opportunity to actually really take benefit of this time, because everything is bonus. Every single thing that you do is multiplied many times. Every deed is multiplied by 70. Generally deeds are multiplied by 10 to however many, minimum 10 upwards. But on top of that, now we've got a further 70 times that. So 700 minimum of every single deed that we do. So what a valuable and precious time that we have available to us to be able to actually benefit during this month. So yes, time is precious. And in fact, it's the most precious thing we have. As some of the Salaf used to say, or some of the great Imams of the past used to say, there is nothing more valuable than time. It is the most precious commodity all of us have. Now you might say, well, you know what? I'd rather have a diamond. Those diamonds look rather appealing. And yeah, diamonds are one of the most expensive known materials to man or woman or humans. That diamonds are so expensive. People fight and kill and do all sorts of things for diamonds. Yeah, they're worth millions. The largest one is worth, I don't know how many millions. I was researching last time for the last time we did. I remember mentioning maybe £250 million for one diamond. But even more valuable than that is your time. Because you see, and how did they explain? They said, well, of course, you see, you have £100 today and you go along to the shops and you spend it, or you have £100 today and you drop it and that £100 has gone. Yeah. But maybe a day later, a really good business deal comes along, or you make £500. So that money that you lost, you've recovered in other ways. However, our time is something that never comes back. And I know, talking to parents, you'll reminisce about when you were kids, and kids, you're thinking about when you were maybe year one in reception and younger than that, and you all of us look back and think about the time that has passed in our life. But that time is never going to come back. I'm never going to go back to secondary school or college or university or any of those places, because those times that time has been closed, packed away, and now we just have to be held accountable for what we've done in those times. So think about the time that we have, guys. Now, have a little think about this. Some figures I want you to think about in Ramadan, because in Ramadan there's plenty of opportunities for good deeds. There's charity, there's reading Quran, there's fasting, there's helping your parents, there's being all of the deeds that you think are good, they get multiplied so many times in Ramadan. So do all of them and more, and keep doing more. And of course, that doesn't mean I'm asking people to stand up all day and pray and all night and pray and read Quran non-stop. No, because even doing simple things like actually sleeping can be worship. Yeah, why? Because the Prophet ﷺ said, "Inna a'mal binniyat." You worship your actions are by intention. So if I'm sleeping just to get strong so I can get up again and pray, or I'm resting so that I can carry on reading Quran for a little while, that's a form of worship. So let's not let any of us to lose this time. And I want everyone to keep this picture of these diamonds falling. And I want you to imagine if I said to you that there's diamonds, it's raining outside and there's diamonds just everywhere. Can you imagine the people? Forget about clap for NHS. They'll be out there clapping for themselves, grabbing their diamonds. They'll be filling their pockets. They'll be put into here. They're getting suitcases out. The people will be screaming. And they'll be just absolutely taking every single thing they can get. They'll fill every pot and pan. They'll fill every empty vessel they have. They'll fill every suitcase. And they'll keep filling it because of the value of those diamonds that they're falling from the sky. So I want you to imagine now that your time is like those diamonds. So think about this, for example. In Ramadan, we have How many days? Anyone? Let's see. We have 30 days, inshallah. If Allah blesses us with an extra day, we'll have 30 days in Ramadan. And in Ramadan, you will get, inshallah, all of those 30 days available to you. Inshallah, if Allah gives us life to be through, to live through this month. Now, 30 days in Ramadan, inshallah, we hope to get. And if you take the 30 days and you say, okay, right, how many hours is that? Well, that's 720 hours. 720 hours that we have available to us during this month, inshallah ta'ala, to benefit and gain Allah's pleasure. But let's ask another question. How many minutes is that? Well, actually, that's 43,200 minutes. 43,200 minutes. And let's ask another question. How many seconds is that? Because if each second is a diamond, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending all of us 2 million. I wonder if anyone could read that actually. But anyway, now I can't guess and I can't hear you. I'll have to hope that you can read it. It's 2 million. How do I know it's 2 million? Because I've got 6 digits after it, separated by the commas there. So 2,592,000 seconds of Ramadan available. That's 2,592,000 diamonds falling from the sky for each and every single one of us individually. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, here you go, take your fill, take as much as you want. So every single second is precious for us in this month, guys. I want you to all really think about that. I want you to think about your parents. I want you to think about being kind to your brothers and sisters. I want you to think about being kind to your neighbors. I want you to think about doing good deeds, sending salam, making dua, doing your adhkar, all of these good deeds that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be pleased with. And most importantly, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept it from you, because all of our deeds, if they're done for Him, we have to ask Allah to accept it and not do it to show off in front of other people, to show people how good we've been or how pious we may be. That kind of worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't accept, because it's not sincere. It's not to please Him. It's to show others or to make others think that you're really, really good and they're really bad perhaps. But that's not what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from us. He wants us to worship Him sincerely, and He wants to give us Jannah. He wants to give us forgiveness. It's up to us whether we take that forgiveness and take the opportunity. So guys, diamonds falling from the sky. We have now already lost, by my calculations, let me do a quick sum. It's now coming up to 10 a.m. and yesterday at 8 p.m. Ramadan started. So we are already 14 hours in. So 14 hours have gone and we haven't managed to, well, I say we haven't, I'm just assuming here that maybe some of us haven't managed to get our Qurans out yet. We haven't got ourselves organized and ready for this blessed month. So I want you to start thinking about that, guys, and I want you to start thinking about how you are going to make benefit of this month, inshallah ta'ala. Right, so now let's think about the rest of the assembly, because we've got plenty coming up. I can tell you that we have got some flag presentations. We have got some, let me go up to myself here, flag presentations. We've got some stars of the week coming up. We've got some amazing little videos, some reminders from some children. We've got a lovely reminder at the end. We have got our brother Ustadh Gul's video as well. So lots of things happening this week's assembly. So I'm going to keep moving on, and I'm going to start off with our challenge last week, which was to do with flags. And alhamdulillah, we had quite a few different entries. So first up, we had Isam here, who mentioned Madagascar, and he did a nice little image of that rather than a video, which is perfectly fine. And Madagascar, most of you probably think it's a cartoon. I know I did anyway, until I realized it was actually a country. White stands for purity, red stands for sovereignty, the green represents the coastal regions and symbolizes hope. Well, there you go. Oh, I was thinking, where's the white? You can see there's a white vertical column there as well. So they got 3 vertical columns. Yeah, Madagascar, Indian Ocean, near Seychelles, if I'm not mistaken, and Mauritius, where I think some of you are from. I know some of you are from, so there you go. And then we had also we had, let me just find this, Mariam's flag was about Spain. Some people say the red and yellow represents the colors of the arms of King Ferdinand, and then you've got the fact that the yellow line is double the red line, and lots of reasons why they have those colors. Some to do with bullfighting, which not very pleasant, but anyway, that's another story for another day. And let's go on to some videos from flags, and we have a couple here from Adam, my main man Adam, who's I think vying with me to kind of be the star of this YouTube channel that we have in the school now. He's always on here every week, mashallah, tabarakallah. And he's also got some fancy t-shirts, mashallah. So I think maybe I need to get a couple of those, Adam, off you. Change my appearance slightly.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm reading Dubai, and the flag of Dubai has several meanings. Red represents hardiness, bravery, strength, and courage. The vertical red band can also be interpreted as blinding all the other meanings together in unity. Black, contrary to popular belief. The black band does not represent oil. It stands for the defeat of enemies and also strength of mind. On this day, Emiratis across the UAE will sing the country's national anthem. Green. Green represents hope, joy, optimism, and love. It can also symbolize the country's prosperity. White. White represents peace and honesty. White is the purest color, and it is interpreted by some to symbolize cleanliness.
Here's Adam and Ammar, actually.
Assalamu alaikum. The Moroccan flag is red with a green star which has 5 points at the center. The pentagram represents the seal of Sulaiman alayhi salam.
The red on the flag represents strength, bravery, valor, and hardiness. The green represents hope, peace, love, wisdom, joy, and is the color of Islam. The 5-pointed star represents the 5 pillars of Islam.
MashaAllah, you see Abdullah Amr then Yafur's presentation first and followed by Adam, got the wrong way around, alhamdulillah. So you can see that, as I said, Adam's trying really hard to kind of outshine me with his, I think I need to change these plain thobes that I normally wear. I need to get some of Adam's t-shirts for my assemblies, I think. MashaAllah, well done to everyone there for those flags. There were a few more and some came a bit late, so I wasn't able to show everything. There are a few more coming up actually, but so you'll have to forgive me. But inshallah we'll try to get them in next week as well, inshallah. So let's move on. We do have there you go, star of the week coming up now. So let's go into star of the week. So in reception, mashallah, we have Umar Khalid for his excellent Qaida work and completing 4 pages of Qaida, mashallah, which is amazing. Well done, Umar Khalid. I know he's on the chat. I'm sure I saw his dad on the chat here. So well done to yeah, I think I did see him here. I'm not sure whether he's still here. Well done to Adam, Umar rather. MashaAllah, Adam, I'm on mine now. And secondly, I'm Yaqub for his outstanding attitude towards his Qaida practice and his eagerness to learn. That's such an amazing thing to hear. That's exactly what we want. The attitude has to be right, guys. If the attitude is wrong, we're not going to get anywhere. It doesn't matter how talented we may think we are. Attitude gets you much further. Not just simply talent. In year 1, we have Umar Abdul Latif for writing a good set of instructions and question sentences for the story Lost and Found, mashallah. And Isa Manib for creating a nice presentation on things you would see during spring season. In year 2, we have Ibrahim Shahid for always trying his best and writing a fantastic descriptive paragraph on kittens. And also Khadija Faisal for a positive attitude and effort in all tasks. Well done for all the creative drawings, mashallah. In year 3, we have Abdullah for completing all tasks set and being able to write in the present perfect tense, mashallah. Well done, Abdullah. And also Rahma for her enthusiasm in completing her online work and always working at her best. She's always completing her work in detail. Well done, Rahman. Who can forget Rahma's last week's roti video? MashaAllah, classic. And then we have year 4, Abdullah Faisal for writing an excellent dialogue full of expression about character in our literacy book and always acting upon feedback given. And also in year 4, we have Yusuf Ismail for his brilliant video about the Spanish flag and always completing his task with enthusiasm and drive. And that's what I love to hear, guys. Enthusiasm, drive, that'll take you much further than just simply being smart at something, because there's many smart people haven't achieved not very much, and there's very many people who with the drive and determination have achieved much, much more. So I am pleased to say I do have Yusuf's video, and I must say it was a fantastic video. Well done to Yusuf, mashallah, tabarakallah, may Allah bless you. And let's have a look at Yusuf's. It's a little bit extended, but I think it's well worth the time, as you learn so much about, well, I'm not going to tell you, you can watch.
All about Spain. Vamos a aprender sobre España. That means let's learn about Spain. Where is Spain? Spain is a large country in Europe and shares borders with France and Portugal. It has the Mediterranean Sea on its east coast and the Atlantic Ocean on its north, west and south coast.
The flag of Spain is made up of colours red and yellow. There are several legends about the colours. The most gruesome legend is the Spanish tradition of bullfighting. Red represents the blood spilled by the bulls, whereas the yellow represents the sand in the bullfighting arena.
Spain facts. Spain is officially called the Kingdom of Spain. The capital city of Spain is Madrid. The official language is Spanish. The population of Spain is approximately 47 million. Spain has very hot weather in the spring and summer, making it a popular holiday destination, especially with people from the UK. In winter, temperatures in some parts of Spain can get cold, sometimes below 0 Celsius, and it can snow. Spanish food. The Spanish eat a mainly Mediterranean diet, which consists of fresh fruits and vegetables, a variety of seafood, and meat. Due to its proximity to the Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean and its sunny climate, the Spanish food tends to be fresh, colourful, and very healthy. There are many traditional and varied Spanish dishes from different areas of the country, all influenced by the local environment and surroundings. The Alhambra is a palace and fortress in Granada. The building was converted into a palace in 1333 by Yusuf I, Sultan of Granada, but has served many different purposes during Spain's history. The walls of buildings have a reddish tint after being baked for years in the sun. Also, Catherine of Aragon was born and brought up there. She was Henry VIII's first wife and her first husband was Henry's older brother, Arthur. Islam in Spain. Muslims first arrived in Spain in 711 AD and ruled some parts until 1492. Cordoba in Muslim Spain was a city over 500,000 inhabitants with street lighting and running water. At the same time, 10,000 Londoners lived in timber-framed houses and used the river as their sewer. Gracias por escuchar. That means thank you for listening.
Big mashallah there for Yusuf. Fantastic. I mean, I'm sure you can all agree. Really brilliant video about the Spanish flag and always completing his task. Mashallah, that's absolutely the case, and some lovely editing skills there. I don't know, his brother did something as well, but I didn't have time to put that in yet this week, inshallah, so I'll hopefully get that in for next week. Haytham, if you're watching. Year 5, Zayd Zaman for his very thorough explanation of why perseverance is important. Great positivity, and of course that is absolutely true. Remaining positive in all that we do. We never know where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written some barakah for us, but we have to just try our best. And I'm pleased to say I've also got Zayd's video, mashallah, to inspire us all.
Having perseverance means when you are facing a challenge, you use your mind and your body to overcome it. What this means is perseverance is when you don't give up, even when it's hard. This man was nearly about to get diamonds, but then he left. That's not perseverance. But that man is going to get the diamonds because he is working hard and getting perseverance. You never know that if you're about to stop, there still might be diamonds if you just dig one more thing.
MashaAllah, well done Zayd, fantastic reminder for all of us about baking. And I love this, I think you must give this picture out. I love this picture. You never know, look at that example.
Having
you never know
perseverance
where
means when you are facing a challenge, you
start off again by mistake. There you go. Okay, so, and also in year 5, we have Inaya Mansour for her very thoughtful reflection about trees and why they are important to us and why we should appreciate them. So well done to Inaya. And we also have a nice video.
I have taken a picture of this enormous tree in the back of our garden because I wanted to show you that if we didn't have trees, you wouldn't be able to breathe because trees gives us oxygen. These creations we have been given makes us grateful for our livings.
Thank you, Naya, mashallah. Very, very important. We sometimes forget just the basic blessings that we all have and the amazing signs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put all around us, and we've never for 1 minute thought, just like now in this coronavirus world, we never thought that all these bugs and viruses are flying around us all the time, and we never thought to ever cover our mouths or cover ourselves or wear gloves or use sanitizer or all these things and these bugs have been around everywhere. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has His protectors, as Ustadh Sales mentioned this week in his talk, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends His angels to protect us and protect us from things that are hidden. But when we think about all these blessings, we always take them for granted. So look at the trees that we have around us and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created everything in balance. So we, as humans, we produce all this carbon dioxide, and of course the trees turn it into fresh oxygen for us. What a beautiful sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all of us. Okay, moving on into year 6. We have Yasmin Bowman for displaying amazing writing skills in her creative writing task, as well as in her brilliant, informative, and funny newsletter editions. Keep on writing, Yasmin. Yes, and Yasmin, a very witty writer, mashallah. It's difficult to do it justice, but this is the picture I could get of her article where she was writing about long waiting times outside Muswell Hill Post Office, and that is a rather long queue, as you can see there. And if you can, just read that there. Post office mayhem. England is currently in its 3rd week of lockdown. In the 3 weeks of lockdown, we have seen panic buying across the whole nation, which has produced empty shelves in supermarkets around the country. Luckily, shops have restocked most of their most precious products, including toilet roll, flour, and paracetamol. Now the world, and it carries on, mashallah, and really nice creative writing and witty writing, and we need lots of good writers, mashallah. That's going to help Islam and Muslims with people that can write well and write thoughtfully and write in a witty fashion as well, mashallah, like Yasmin's done today. So well done, Yasmin, and keep that up, mashallah. And I think finally we have Hanan for her inspirational words on our favorite quote task. MashaAllah, her positive mindset and enthusiasm is uplifting, especially in this challenging time. And inshallah, we're going to end the assembly today with Hanan's words of advice. So inshallah, keep an eye out for that towards the end, where we're going to finish with Hanan's inspirational words for all of us to remember, inshallah, as we enter into this month. So mashallah, well done to everyone there for being the stars of the week. And if you didn't get chosen this week, then of course, inshallah, there's always a chance next week. And as I always keep saying, it's always difficult for teachers to choose the star of the week, so you have to bear with them and let them, get around the class slowly. I mean, it's just a question of choosing one every week that has particularly stood out. But I know, mashallah, all my children here are fantastic and amazing, and they all do amazing work most of the time, that is. So inshallah, if you didn't get it this time, maybe your chance will be next time, and maybe your work will be displayed next time for everyone to appreciate and see as well. Now, I know I've seen Ayub there on the old chat, mashallah, and Ayub, he sent me through a video which I thought was really fascinating. I'm not going to show all of it, Ayub, because it is rather long, but I am going to show the first few minutes because Ayub, for his theme park project, and what you might not know is Ayub is also my little helper in my coding club, and he actually helps me with his fantastic knowledge of microbits and helping me to upskill myself, in fact, mashallah, because it's difficult to keep abreast of all these different technologies. So mashallah, he's doing really well, and he took his theme park project in year 5 a little bit further, mashallah, than others. And I'm going to try something more technical here. I'm going to try to link to the YouTube channel that this video is on, and I'm hoping it's going to work. So let's see if we can get this project working, and I'm gonna say Bismillah. There we go. I'm hoping this is working. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum. So this is my ride. It is of a Ferris wheel, and this person this person is Hawaz. This is Hawaz person. She let me borrow it for this, and I'm going to give it back to her after. That is a sledge. That is Miss Saber's. She let me borrow it, and I'm going to give it back to her after. And if I go around the back, there are some LEDs. There's red, there's orange, and there's yellow, and there's green. Go in a pattern. It goes red, orange, yellow, green, and then they all flash three times, and then it starts again. And then at the top, there's a micro bit. The micro bit is controlling the LEDs. So now, it starts off with a small heart, and then it becomes a big heart. Then that's a sad face. It turns around and becomes a happy face. This diamond becomes a square, and then it fades away. And it starts again. Now this bit is the most amazing thing. So, over here is a switch. I turn it on, and now it's turned a little bit. If I just do it a bit, then it starts spinning. And then with the switch, turn it off, then it stops spinning. So there is a Ferris wheel that spins. There is some LEDs which are controlled by a microbit, which shows some patterns or like funny pictures. And then that wire is just for power. It just goes and plugs in to there.
And I'm afraid to find out how it was made, you'll have to head over to well, I think this is Mum's YouTube channel, inshallah. And if you can get maybe a copy, we could put it on our YouTube channel as well, because I think it's really, really useful. And I was reminiscing there when I was a kid to have those little motors. We used to get them out of fans, those little fans. I used to take them out, take it apart, put batteries together, make it move. That was also it's fun things we used to do as kids. But anyway, mashallah, well done. Yeah, it's brilliant. Well done for making that little Ferris wheel. Although it may be rather fast for most of the people that are on it. They'll probably get off being very, very, very sick, I would guess. Okay, so, right. If we can now move on to, we're just finishing off now, inshallah. And I'm just making sure I haven't forgotten anything. I'm sure we now have our video for Ustadh Gul. So as I said last week, wanted to send him a little video, cheer him up a little bit. I don't think he's on here watching the YouTube live. He's probably watching Man United replay of the treble winning year or something like that, you know. but I am gonna hopefully get this WhatsApp something to him. I'll send it to him. I'll make sure he gets to see it, inshallah. So say well done to everyone who took part. I hope I've got everyone on there that didn't manage to send something to me. And if you did, thank you very much. If you didn't, then you missed out big time. But there you go. And inshallah, next time we do something similar, then hopefully you can get involved, and maybe for our next little project coming up as well, which I haven't announced. Oh, actually, let me mention that now, actually, because I haven't mentioned it. So yeah, just something to do with Ramadan. So your Ramadan routine. So once again, you could do a poster about it, what you do at home. You could do a short video, any aspect of Ramadan. Maybe something that's a little bit different, a little bit, you know, yeah, a little bit different. Something a bit different that's not the most obvious thing to do. Maybe, you know, I don't know what you had for iftar. Some nice pictures of yummy, healthy food, of course. No samosas and pakora, I'm sure. Just lots of coconut water and dates and fruit, inshallah, especially in these long summer days. So I'm sure you were, well, it's just coming into summer, I suppose, but alhamdulillah. So yeah, so maybe, I don't know, have a little think about it, and maybe something nice that you could share, maybe something that you could get extra reward from, like some words of advice, maybe some short words of advice, maybe how to make the best out of Ramadan. Yeah, I might fine tune that actually by the time I give it out Jumu'ah notices today, so do keep out for that. Alongside that, we've also got, obviously, Ustadh releases talk last night, remaining positive Ramadan. That's available on our YouTube channel. And we also have the a follow-up to, inshallah, we're planning a little follow-up to our quintessential quarantine quiz, which mashallah people came and really enjoyed themselves and had a lot of good feedback from people. So hopefully we're going to try to do something that allows us to be able to do something about Quran, inshallah, over the next few weeks. Inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna move on to Ustadh Gul's video.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul. You always said you want to go shopping with me. So come on, let's go. Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul. We miss you and hope you are in good health.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul.
Alaikum, Ustadh Gul. I missed you and I hope to see you soon.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul.
Make a start, girl. I'm really missing your jokes, and I'm really missing you. Make him.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul. We miss you.
We miss you, Brother Gul.
We miss you, Brother Gul.
Team Brother Gul.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh. I miss you and I hope you're well. And by the way, I am so grateful that you always help me open my snacks.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Gul. I hope you and your family are well and they aren't sick. I can never forget those funny jokes that you done. I will always add you in my du'as. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul. Hope you're well and your family is well. Just wanted to say thank you for the job that you've done in Nurul Islam, because this is my last year, so I think I won't see you, well, I might not see you in a long time. So inshallah you're well. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustad. I hope you are well. I look forward to seeing you back at school. I hope you have a nice Ramadan, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. I look forward to seeing you in September. Have a nice Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul. I hope you're well. I hope you have the best Ramadan you've ever had. And I really wish, I really looking forward to seeing you when I pick Yahya up from school and maybe Isa.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Gul. We really miss you and we hope you're well, inshallah. Don't be sad because we're all going to be together in school, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul. I hope you are well, inshallah. I've got your Manchester United ticket right here.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul. I hope you're well and I miss you.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Gul. I'm missing your smiley face and hearing your jokes and trying to figure out your very challenging riddles. I hope you and your family are well and are in good iman. Can't wait to see you back at school. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul. We are all missing you.
Assalamu alaikum, Gul. I hope you're well. I hope you're feeling okay in this time. Inshallah, you're feeling alright and you're not getting
only inshallah Allah will reward us for our patience, and I've decided to take your haircut of £1.50 offer since all the barbers are closed, so I might take it.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Gul. You were saying that you wanted to cut my hair. Well, I've done it now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ustadh Gul. May Allah protect you and this ummah from this COVID-19 that's spreading around the world. May Allah grant you and this ummah the highest Jannah, and may Allah protect this from the hell, and may Allah make you and this ummah as close as possible to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the Day of Judgment. And inshallah, we will drink from the river Kawthar.
MashaAllah, such a lovely little video. I'm sure he's going to be so happy receiving that video. I'm not sure what it is about haircuts and the things that half the kids seem to mention. But there you go, alhamdulillah. I know he's a very beloved person to all of us, alhamdulillah, at the school, and I'm sure he'll be over the moon to receive that video from all of you guys. So well done for taking the time, and I'm sure, like I said, it put a smile on his face, and he will be really happy. And what I might try to do is try to get him to, you know, if you can, do a video back, and I can play that maybe to everyone, inshallah, in assembly next week, inshallah. Okay, guys, so thank you for today's watching today's assembly. Inshallah, do click subscribe and like, although I think most of you that are watching it right now are already, mashallah, part of the school. But if you do pass it on, ask other people to like and subscribe, because that's the thing people do. I don't know, that's what's supposed to be important, likes and subscribes. But I suppose most important, we have to ask ourselves first and foremost to be here to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and inshallah after that, if people are happy, then that's even better. But the first and foremost, our intention should always be to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so we're going to finish today's assembly, inshallah, and I remind you once again, as I always do every week, to remember to read Surah Al-Kahf, read some extra Quran today, not just Surah Al-Kahf, read some extra Quran today, read some surahs in addition to Surah Al-Kahf, and also obviously remember now, if you're fasting, so now you've got multiple factors today, you're fasting as well as you're on a Friday, as well as being on a time when you are going to, inshallah, make dua. If you've also got wudu, that's another benefit. So all of these multi-level things that make our dua super powerful, and inshallah we can be super sure that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer our duas. And do not forget to make dua for everyone in the school, and all the teachers, and all your parents, and all the community, and all the people in Britain and in the whole wide world, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us all safe, keep us all happy, and inshallah we will finish today's assembly. I think I've covered everything, but let me just double check before I bid you farewell with Hanan's words of wisdom. Yes, I believe I have, alhamdulillah. So yeah, if you are just joining us, you'll have to ask on the chat or somewhere what this represents. The diamonds falling, the time, that was today's assembly. That was a really important message from today. Imagine the diamonds falling from the sky. Imagine gathering all those good deeds. They're there for you. You just got to go out there and grab them, inshallah. Spend all the time doing good deeds. And inshallah, I'll finish today's assembly with Hanan from year 6 with her words of advice.
Wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. By Anthony J. D'Angelo. I love this quote because I don't have to let the weather affect how I feel. Weather can mean, like, say anything you're going through or any problems you might face. It could be in school or outside school. If you have a problem with someone or something, it shouldn't matter, or it should not affect how you feel or the way you react to things. On rainy days or dark and gloomy days, bring your own sunshine with you. It makes me think how sunny smiles can cheer up a grumpy person. Sunny smiles make me feel happier and warm. It reminds me of friendship, caring, sharing, creativity, and happiness.